Hi, I'm Joe, and today I have the latest LEGO gift with purchase to show you. This seems to be part of a series that LEGO is doing, which is dioramas for famous authors. In this case, the famous author was Jane Austen, and the gift with purchase was available in about the third week of June. I believe the promotion has ended now, but I did make a purchase so that I could get this model. So let me start off by telling you everything I know about Jane Austen. Jane Austen was an author. Now let's look at the details of the set. So here's the Jane Austen build, and we'll focus first on the minifigure here, which is the only minifigure in the set, and she is set up to stand right above a printed tile with her autograph on it. She has two face prints, one that I have labeled Pride, and the other I labeled Prejudice, although you can hardly tell any difference. I think the eyebrows are slightly different between the two. If I set her aside for a minute, we can see what we have here is the inside of what would be a traditional looking home library. Here on the left side, we've got a bookshelf with a table with, I'm guessing, a quill and some pictures hanging above it with stickers on them for the detail. I do not know enough about Jane Austen novels to know if they portray famous moments in her books, but I imagine that they do, and more knowledgeable people will appreciate that. In the middle here, we've got a fireplace with two flames in it, and a pretty neat building technique here to come up with this center panel. And on the inside of the fireplace there are a couple of 1x2 jumper plates so that the fireplace can stay attached. Off on the right, we've got a window with a very interesting curtain build here. You can see out the window a couple of flowers, and then you have a piano underneath it with some very questionable sheet music. But you do have an interesting building technique here to give the piano its pedals. Those are spoons turned upside down. If we turn the model around, we see it kind of looks like an open book. And I don't know enough about Jane Austen books to know if it's supposed to be a specific book, but the diorama inside a book theme is very consistent with the Jules Verne model that was a gift with purchase last year. So by now, you're probably wondering, why on earth did I get this set if I don't know anything about Jane Austen? Well, I actually have several reasons, and that's part of why I wanted to make this video. Number one is the reason many of us make these types of choices: FOMO, or fear of missing out. When LEGO says they're going to give something away free, we know it's something that's going to only have a limited run, and if we want to get it, we've got to get it in that limited time, or it's off to the secondary market where who knows how much it'll cost. And there's always LEGO I want to get, so if I can get free LEGO with it, why not? The other was also pretty obvious, is it was a double points promotion, where instead of getting regular insider points or VIP points, however you want to call them, you get twice as many. And of course, VIP points essentially add up to being about a 5% rebate, in a way, on everything that you buy. And with the double points promotion, that becomes 10%. And those points accumulate, and you can use them to get discounts on future LEGO purchases, or you can use them to purchase certain items from LEGO. They might be limited edition sets, or maybe they're tickets to Legoland, or something else that they offer in their reward center. I have generally only used mine for discounts, though. Now, the third thing has to do with my daughter in marching band and ways that my LEGO purchases can benefit her. Now, before I go any further, I want to emphasize that I'm not selling anything, I'm not promoting anything, I'm not asking anybody to do anything, I'm just talking about a situation where I'm able to actually help my daughter offset her marching band fees by buying LEGO, believe it or not. If any of you have had to support a child through marching band, you probably understand that marching band is a very expensive endeavor. But if you haven't, let me emphasize, marching band is a very expensive endeavor, and there is never-ending fundraising. Now, that's no different for my daughter, but the Band Boosters organization sets up an account for every student in the band. Now, they have general fundraisers, like car washes and other types of sales, that raise money just overall for the band for their various expenses. But there's also an opportunity to earn money specifically just for your child through their own fundraising, or through their parents' fundraising, really. And the way that involves LEGO is through a site called Raise Right. The school band booster organization has an account on Raise Right, and when each of the parents signs up, we enter the band's code and we enter our marching band member's name. And anything that we earn through that site actually goes directly to her so that it will offset her specific expenses for being in the band. Now, what is Raise Right? Raise Right is a website that sells gift cards. They can be gift cards to grocery stores, hardware stores, websites, or restaurants. And the way it works is if you buy a gift card through the site, an extra percentage of the value of that card will go into your child's marching band account. Now, of course, you can use it to buy gift cards to actually give people, but for the most part, we used it to buy gift cards for ourselves and just use those to spend money in stores. That way, that extra percentage gets put into our daughter's account. And while it's not a lot really at any one time, because most of the percentages are between, say, 3 and 8%, those $3 here and $8 there add up, and we actually were able to cover almost half of 1 year's worth of marching band fees through the website on things we were going to spend money on anyway. And at first, most of this was being done with grocery stores and restaurants. However, a few weeks ago, a certain Danish toy company appeared on the site, and we could buy gift cards for that company and earn an extra 6% for our daughter. So essentially, if I bought a $100 gift card to Lego, and we all know $100 does not go very far at Lego store, but it hurts just a little bit less that my daughter is going to get $6 when I buy that gift card. On top of that, there's also a program where if you enter the particular website you're going to shop on through their site, you can get an extra bonus. And for Lego, that bonus has ranged anywhere from 1 to 6%. And that is on top of the 6% for the gift card. At the time that the Jane Austen promotion was going on, the offered discount said it was from between 2 and 4%. So I'm not sure how much for sure I'm going to get on that. And getting the award on that is not instantaneous, but it's not a very hard process to apply to get that. But essentially, this program allows me to buy Lego, and 10% of whatever I buy ends up in my daughter's account for marching band, which is $10 I don't have to put in when it comes time to pay fees. So all in all, when I made my purchase last weekend, I got the Jane Austen set, which was the free gift with purchase. I got double points, which means I can take 10% essentially of the value of whatever I bought off of a future purchase. And my daughter got 10% added to her fundraising account. So I don't feel like I did all that bad. And honestly, the best thing of all is I got this. Now, I wasn't initially impressed with the airplane and shuttle combination, but the more I thought about it and the more reviews I saw of it, I realized it was something super cool that I decided I needed, especially with all the other NASA sets I have. And do you really think if there's a ship named Enterprise in a Lego box that I'm not going to buy it? So I'm real happy to get this, even though I didn't necessarily get any discount on it, but I did get double points. My daughter got an extra, 10% of $230, $23 kicked into her marching band account. And I got what will actually be my first Lego airplane. So I'm going to be looking forward to building this, and I'll be showing it off in the near future. I hope some part of this video was at least interesting to you, or maybe informative if you actually have a child who is in a fundraising situation and your organization uses the Raise Right app. I would recommend definitely look for the Lego promotions. I will also say the 6% on the gift cards is not 100% free. There is a small banking fee to buy the gift card. It's like 29 cents, but I can live with that. But I hope one way or the other, you get to continue enjoying building, and remember that today is a good day to build.